Danica McKellar is one of my favourite Hallmark actors, so I was really looking forward to watching You, Me and the Christmas Trees. This is a Hallmark Christmas film released in 2021, and this is directed by David Winning, written by Julie Sherman Wolfe, and alongside Danica McKellar, who plays Olivia, we have Benjamin Ayres as Jack. And I have to say, I'm really pleased with it. I really enjoyed it. Danica McKellar plays an arborist. She specializes in evergreen trees, and she's very much not from a traditional Christmas family. She doesn't really have any Christmas traditions. It's not so much that she's anti-Christmas, but she prefers the trees when they're alive and still in the ground. And her services are called upon by a tree farmer who has a Christmas tree lot because something is happening to his trees. They're not healthy, the needles are falling off really early, and she goes along to this sleepy little village in a place called Avon and gets about being all scientific, trying to work out what happens with the trees. That is the extent of my arborist knowledge. But I will say it's easy to understand. You can follow what she's doing enough without feeling like you're a bit too confused. And in true Hallmark style, while she is there working on the trees, boy meets girl or girl meets boy in a very awkward situation, as is typical with Hallmark films, and they get off to a rocky start, but as they spend more time together, they realise they may have some romantic feelings for one another. We have a Christmas present swap, a white elephant party, and to be honest, not an extent of other classic Christmas hallmarks. We do have hot cocoa. There are Christmas decorations. There's a beautifully decorated Christmas tree, the family's Christmas tree with decorations, one ornament, sorry, for each year that the farm has been in business. And it's such a beautiful tradition and really lovely to see. And Olivia provides a stark contrast to that because her family has no real Christmas traditions. And I relate to Olivia in that sense. Maybe when I was very young, but nowadays, certainly as a teenager, we didn't have Christmas traditions. We celebrated Christmas, but it wasn't a big thing in our household. So I kind of relate to Olivia with the whole not really buying into that side of Christmas. And I really felt a lot for this character. It was really interesting to see how Jack guided her towards maybe changing her opinion on Christmas by changing her activities. And I loved the relationship between the characters. I thought the on-screen chemistry was believable. I really enjoyed both characters. Neither of them were too obnoxiously annoying. Sometimes one of the characters in a Hallmark film will be annoying and the other character, usually the character who loves Christmas, will change the attitudes of that character. I also apologise if you can hear some drilling in the background. They are erecting scaffolding. They've been doing this for 2 weeks. I've waited as long as possible to do this review. Hopefully it's not too distracting. And I've lost my train of thought. Yes, the characters on screen were really good. Usually with a Hallmark film, or sometimes the one who isn't as Christmassy can be quite obnoxious and annoying, and it takes the other character to change their ways. But actually with this one, both were really likeable, and I really enjoyed it. It's snowy, it's festive, it's warm, it's fuzzy. It's not my absolute favourite, but I did enjoy it. I loved Danica McKellar. It lived up to my expectations, and it's definitely one that I'm happy to recommend. It will put you in the Christmas spirit. It's interesting from a scientific perspective. At one point, Danica McKellar is holding a handheld microscope, and I'm pretty sure it's the exact same one that I have. Not to look at trees, but that made me very happy. It's really nice. You, Me and the Christmas Trees is a wonderful narrative, beautifully executed, not overburdened with Christmas, but enough Christmas in there to get you in the festive mood, even in August when I'm watching this. Definitely a Hallmark film I'm happy to recommend.